vibrations. What is going on with y'all, man? Welcome to number 8 of how to maintain a free mind in a controlled society, in a controlled world, a controlled structure. All of this shit is controlled and manipulated. In this video, I'm shaking right now. I'm really buzzing. I'm vibrating extremely high. In this video, it's not gonna be a long video. I kind of want to talk to y'all. I do have some topics that I'm gonna run over and I may just speak on in this video, but the next video will be the video that I actually go in on all of the topics. Just speaking, of course, because all of these videos, y'all, are really just like an extreme stream of thoughts and consciousness. Who I am as a person, all of my OCD-ness within me, all of my perfectionism within me. This part of life I actually do take serious. Like 99% of the other shit, I don't. But when it comes to words, when it comes to the mind, when it comes to, I guess, the traces of what I'm leaving behind to this world as a person, I am very meticulous as to how I package it up and give it to y'all. But for me personally, it's helping to just have this base understanding for how I'm about to do these videos and then continue on with my channel and the information. Like I said, slideshows, PowerPoints, presentations of a lot of these facts and knowledge and information where I could break it down in a very structured way for y'all to understand and really learn from. But in these videos, as y'all see me sitting here in Lotus with this camera set up in this format, it's just me talking. It's just me relaying the information. It's just me giving y'all the frequency and the energy rather than super teaching. Really, it's called lecturing, right? Lecturing, not teaching to get y'all to study or pass a test. The test is life. So, you know, any video, any person that is only on camera talking and not showing you this, and this, they're really lecturing. And personally, I have taken in a lot of energy, inspiration, information, motivation from 6 particular internet speakers, and 2 of them I've actually met. So I wanted to start off this video by telling y'all them speakers, giving y'all a bit of what combination of energies and people is the main thing and the main philosophies and understandings and viewpoints that I've personally taken in. Because I mentioned to y'all a lot how I take in a lot of information, listen to a lot of stuff, I read. I have a lot of books and I have read a lot of books, but as I sit here and look at all of my books, I damn sure have not read all of these cover to cover. But as far as sitting down and hours of listening to other people speak, I've spent a lot of time doing that. And these 6 speakers, I'm gonna go over them very briefly, but y'all can always tap in with their content to see that I am only an amalgamation of what they have to offer, how their energy and stuff that they chose to say to the world resonated with me personally. Look at me just talking about myself. I hope y'all not greedy for information, because that's gonna come in the future, even though there is so much shit I've already said. But in this video, it's gonna be a quick video. Kind of just talking and expressing to y'all, because this is also proving to be something very important for me, somewhat of a personal testimony, this particular series, how to maintain a free mind in a controlled society. For me, it's proven to be something extreme, just for my personal life, my energy, my vulnerability, my honesty. I was talking to y'all about all of those things in another video. Now, your personal self and your social media self and your family self are all 3 different modes of communication and ways that we present and orient ourselves to the world. Now, to get them all in balance and alignment, and it's not much switching and swapping from all of these different personalities and interactions that you have with people. That's the goal. That's the key for our purposes, for y'all watching me, for y'all trying to climb up to the CTRL frequency. Ultimately, over my years on the internet, I've tried to give y'all and share with y'all what I've been learning and understanding and picking apart on this life journey, but also not wanting y'all to look at me like I'm something that you're not, or that I'm doing something that you can't do. You know, I'm not holding you in this egoic persona. I'm not keeping you there, having to perceive me away. You know, that's why I speak so much about the ego, honesty, and vulnerability. Those things, have it with yourself. Be vulnerable, honest, radically honest and truthful with yourself, with your mind, with your thoughts, how you see the world, how you see yourself, all of your darkness and your shadow. Bring it to light so it's not something that's afflicting you through your everyday walk in this life. And again, not looking at others as if they are something that you are not, that they're doing something that you are not. We all have certain skills that have manifested over time, but to purposely invest your time and mind and energy into something, you do get an inevitable return on whatever that is. And for me, it's been rhetoric, words, understanding, information, music as well. A gym that I recently picked up on by an ex-CIA agent. And this gym is competence, not confidence. I'm pretty sure I told y'all how confidence is one of the biggest scams of them all. I don't know why I just shook as I said that. I probably needed to checkpoint my own self, but confidence is one of the biggest scams of them all. Your internet, metaverse confidence will manifest and bring forth a lot of crazy things to your life if you're not careful with your energy and what you're putting out to the world. And then your personal self, the confidence and excitement that you choose not to contain or put a lid over in certain situations. You run the risk of alienating people. You run the risk of creating enemies just from you being you, just from you shining so much light. And in this particular world, society, economy, that can come back to haunt you. It could come back to cause you to crash out in whatever way, in your particular game, in your particular reality, being quote unquote overly confident, conceited, or arrogant. Arrogance is just knowing your value. If y'all tap into the shit that I tell y'all to tap into, arrogance is an inevitable thing that comes with it just because you're aligning with objective truth and becoming a God. Really fuck with me, and just letting y'all know that consciously we're about to go extremely far. Y'all definitely want to tap in with me on Instagram, Angelo.CTRL, and Threads as well. I would recommend y'all make a Threads just to keep up with the crazy shit that comes out of my brain. It's just my Libra moon thoughts. I'm a Libra moon. So as I see the own balance and the ways that I have weighed things and situations and people in this world, it's all been on the Libra scale within my mind, my emotions, my feminine, as to how I see life and how I think this world could be at its best, or at least on an individual level, how a person can vibrate. And again, this has nothing to do with money, nothing to do with finances, nothing to do with the fake fiat material currency that rules this world. Boom. To not get too far off track, before I continue down, got some talking points I'm gonna go in on. I got like 20 to 30 minutes left to talk, but boom. My 6 speakers. Number 1, shout out to God, rest in power, Brother Panic, if you know, you know. Shout out Mark Passio, if you know, you know. Elliot Hoss, if you know, you know. Derrick Grace, if you know, you know. Young Pharaoh, if you know, you know. And number 6, AMS, if you know, you know. So boom, these are the 6 individuals, the 6 men on the internet that over the years, really since 18, once I transition from a high school reality to an adult reality. I didn't go to college. I didn't see a point in going to college for me in my personal life and journey. Looked at it as a scam, knew you was tying yourself into a contract and potentially having debt and so much other shit. Now, I did have a little bit of the college experience just from having friends on campus and going to go see the lifestyle and the energy on weekends, and that was good enough for me. But so with me tapping in with these speakers over the years, it's formed my personal philosophy along with books, information, my own experiences and downloads. If you only listen to another person, if you only read books, if you only, if you don't go within your own mind, psyche, and energy to get more downloads, more information, connect more dots, because it's all about you and your personal life and those that look like you and are on a similar frequency as to how they'll see the world and how y'all will have shared experiences. But if you as an individual are just listening to people and not taking the time to go within your own head, curate your own thoughts, really be one with the information, the energy, and the downloads, then you'll never get into that as above, so below frequency. All 7 chakras they will not unlock for you to tap into the 8th chakra to always pull information, downloads, intuition, put 2 and 2 together. All of those things that happen consciously when you have a good amount of information and energy and sources to pull from, but you yourself cannot get that individual knowing that you seek. And again, living spiritually. So you got to unlock all of these things. On a physical level, those speakers have helped me in so many ways, socially, dealing with people, understanding the mind, understanding the body, understanding women, understanding so much on this planet and how this shit goes, and spiritually as well, a few of those speakers. Most of them, it's only one I can think of that's quite material, but even he says he believes in God. But most of those speakers have a very spiritual undertie into their tone, their way of being, what they present to the world. So as I listed them all, y'all could check them out individually if y'all wanted to, and just understand that Angelo, CTRL, I've come up under them in many ways. So boom. In this video, I know for one, I wanted to talk to y'all about the midrocosm. The midrocosm is a term that I coined, I think back in June of 2023. I remember what I was doing. I remember where I was. I don't know how the download came to me, but it just fucking did. This word could have been used before, but I think I looked it up. I did not see it. I'm gonna clip it right here so y'all can see the definition that I put down. But from my own brain, the midrocosm is essentially the meeting point between the macrocosm and the microcosm. Oftentimes, we analyze and look at what's going on astrologically within the stars, the energy, the cosmos, the phases that we're in on a collective cosmic level, and how that is playing and mixing into our day-to-day psychology, our emotions, so forth and so forth. And then we're also tied in very much with the microcosm, our minds, our emotions, our own thoughts, our own satanic desires, our own selfish desires. The midrocosm is essentially sports, politics, war, people, social relations, relationships, dealing with women, dealing with men, whatever it is in your life. The seasons affect the macrocosm. It affects the overall energy of this planet. Right now we're in Aquarius season. There's a certain spiritual thing going on within people. Aquarius energy is tied in with intellectualism, thoughts, creative thinking. It's an air sign. So air signs, me personally, I'm always relating to the talking, the voice, your thoughts, the wit, the way that you see yourself. So expect more creative energy, expect more talking, expect more communicating, as opposed to Pisces season that will be drifting into next. More emotions, more feminine, more water, more energy of flow, compassion, understanding, you know. Right now, a lot of people around you may be in their egos, but not y'all gotta really understand my mind and I guess kind of go along with the picture I'm painting and really use your imagination. Leo season is the most egoic season. It's the season of the sun. It's hot. It's fucking hot. Egos is out. Energy is out. All of that at its peak. Sun season. Fire. Passion. Aquarius season, being an air sign, like I said, more associated with thoughts, intellectualism. So don't look at it as egoic thoughts, egoic mental chatter, or dialogue amongst other people. It is more of a communal, united talking that I sense, that I feel, that I can gauge on the internet. Maybe it's just me and my senses, but again, the sun is moving throughout these houses, these zodiacal houses, and each house, each zodiac sign, you could essentially look at as a god or an energy or like a home planet that has its own characteristics. People born under this sign, under this house in the astrological wheel, 12 houses have a certain set of characteristics and traits and emotions and a natural oriented way of dealing with the world. We do have all of these emotional tidbits within us. We have all of these lingering emotions, these lingering traits that you may have a percentage of fiery, passionate, egoic energy, but because you have more water placements within you, you may be 75% emotional and reactive and passive and feminine in your dealings and in your outlook. But that small portion of you that is passion, that is fiery, it is there and it is in you because we vibrate through every season, through every house. It having a different effect on us and individually. This game, y'all, is so intricate, it's so detailed. So for you to only focus on your money and your body, it serves you so much less. It's so much less. Rather than to tap into your mind, tap into ancient information, understandings and concepts and everything else and just come to a level of discernment and see what you see what you think is real, see what you think is true. But the way that astrology plays onto people and their emotions, it is real. You know, even if a person is consciously denying it, enough observation and time spent with this person and just knowing their birth chart from their time of birth and the place that they were born, putting it into your cell phone, calculating it and seeing how everything maps out, you'll start to see, okay, this person really is something like this, even though they might deny it. But hey, atheist and cynical, materialistic people tend to deny the validity of astrology. At one point, I was definitely like that, just because I was always more of a mind over matter type of person. But once you don't engage and look at your shadow side, observe your emotions and observe your subconscious, then you'll never see how certain characteristic traits within you, because you may be a Scorpio and you tend to have a certain affinity toward love and affection, but it's constantly fucking you up in your social game and making you sad or making you angry for whatever reason. Again, I always recommend not taking shit personal, but within the game, if you want success, there are things that you have to take personal, AKA your results. So whatever you get from what you're doing and how you're doing it is worth looking at, is worth investing into. I hear motherfucking industrial work in my apartment as I'm trying to make a video, but I'm gonna let it go. The microcosm, sports, entertainment, athletes, the news, media, all of these worldly concepts and things that have been created from the mind of people and are now here for us to vibrate and participate in. I think a lot of people, especially those that go on to a spiritual and knowledge journey, end up neglecting the microcosm and falling asunder on the rocks by reason of their folly, reason of their ignorance, reason of their neglecting of how man and women relationships and dynamics play out ultimately, how spiritual things play out ultimately, how black and white humanity versus your spirituality is ultimately. If you ignore the microcosm, if you ignore the things, the people, the places, the news, the updates, things that are just happening in this world, you're willing to get swept up and swept away by it. And I see now that that's also been one of the things that for me, being 24 years old currently, and over these past 3-4 years, giving the world information about the microcosm, urging you to look at what's happening over here, urging you to try to understand and study this rather than trying to fall in love and get married. Really falling for the American dream in a sense. That's fucking crazy. Because even marriage on this planet, on this time that we're in America, is dwindling. Divorce rates is going up. So people that actually are wanting to get married, that's something that they really desire, to find that one person to settle down with, you are, in a sense, falling for the American dream, the American scheme, the American scam. Goddamn, Uncle Sam, why you do it like that? He tried to ram. He said that we couldn't record with the cam, one permitted, and I was like, damn. On Thanksgiving, I don't even eat ham. But I tell my grandma, yes, ma'am. But I go in the kitchen and I throw it away. I'm like, she'll be okay. She think I ate it today. I love you, Grandma. All right, boom. The microcosm. That's been explained. Let me go into my notes and find the next talking point. Again, just a stream of consciousness, y'all. That's all these videos is. Bro, it's 1:45. Ain't that a bitch? Y'all, I gotta go to the studio. Let me just, for y'all that fuck with the kid, how to maintain a free mind in a controlled society. And number 9 will consist of the imagination, fear, detachment, surrender / vulnerability, the microcosm, which I just discussed in this video, and I'll allow number 8 to be simply a microcosm video, and y'all understanding the speakers that I've learned from so much that have shaped my outlook and philosophy on the microcosm. Releasing control for spiritual growth. Very contradictory, I know. More control for physical gain. Paradoxical, I know. And time versus linear thought and rhythmic flows of life. I kind of just went over that. So yeah, I fuck with y'all. I love y'all. And may you never, ever, ever relax your principles.